Hi, my name is Halbert Katzen. I've been reading the Urantia Book for over 25 years. For those of you unfamiliar with the Urantia Book, it covers theology, cosmology, the history of our planet, and the life and teachings of Jesus. In January of 2007, I launched a project called the UBtheNews project. And the UBtheNews project is about documenting how scientific advances and new discoveries have been catching up to information in the Urantia Book. The Urantia Book was published in 1955, and so for the last over 50 years, it has been exhibiting this extraordinary phenomena of having our new discoveries and scientific advancements catch up to it. The middle third of the Urantia Book is the area of the book where this is happening the most, because the middle third of the book gives the history of our planet from the birth of the solar system through the evolution of plant life into animal life, and then the million-year history of human society. Incidentally, Urantia just means earth. Etymologically speaking, it means our place in heaven. So it is very detailed about the evolution of our planet, and it gives extensive information about how the continents drifted apart and the migration of human populations and other geologic information. And much of this information, when the book was published, was either completely original, that is, scholarship had nothing to say on the subject at all, or as well, some of it was in direct contradiction to the scholarship of 1955. And so it's in these two areas where there was either direct conflict or no comment at all from scholarship that we're seeing quite remarkable indications of its credibility and authenticity. Now, when I speak of its authenticity, what I'm speaking of is that the Urantia Book claims to have been authored by angels. And in the first third of the book, there's extensive information about God, orders of angels, what happens after we die, things of that nature. And so this unique and very phenomenal quality of credibility that's emerging with the book is possible because of its angelic origins. And it seems to me, based upon my extensive experience with it at this point, especially with the UBtheNews project where I've been documenting these collaborations, the plan seems to have been that we would have the book for a while, and there would be some of us who would appreciate it even though science and scholarship really hadn't caught up to it much. And that may be why you haven't heard about it before, because before it had this unique quality of credibility, it was a lot more difficult to share. As you can imagine, going around saying, oh, I'm reading this book written by angels, it was not always the easiest thing to say to people. But now that there's an objective and verifiable way to track its credibility, this actually goes a long way to explaining and supporting its claims of its origins, of its authorship.
Well, Halbert, you go to universities mainly to share this book. Has it been pretty good? How's the reception?
The UBtheNews project was launched in January of 2007. And I'm the first one to prepare reports that are written for people who are totally unfamiliar with the Urantia Book. I'm not the first one to start noticing that scholarship and science has been catching up to it, but I am the first one to prepare it for people who are unfamiliar with the book. And so in the first year, most of 2007 and beginning of 2008, I didn't do much outreach because I needed to create enough reports to substantiate its validity and credibility this way. And I'm not trying to, incidentally, prove anything about the origins of the book or suggesting that these reports prove anything about any of the other material in the book. I'm just saying that it has a very unique and documentable, objective, and verifiable quality of credibility. So in 2008, to get to that question more directly, I started to do more direct outreach at universities and with interfaith organizations and liberal Christian groups have been very open to this as well. But a lot of my work does focus on the university communities because the collaborations cover such a wide range of history and anthropology and genetics and geophysics and astronomy that naturally people in the university communities are intrigued and interested in this type of material. And this research has been going very well, and the outreach associated with the research has also been going very well.
So how about hecklers or people who that don't believe anything that they're talking about? What do you say to them?
Well,
have you had experience with those kinds of people?
Naturally, people, some people are skeptical about this, and that's natural, and there's nothing wrong with that. My main focus is just to give people a positive and powerful introduction to the Urantia book. I'm not trying to sell them anything. In fact, you can read the whole book for free online. You can even listen to it all for free online. The book definitely inspired me to have faith that we're all children of God, and one of the things that I think is just so beautiful and wonderful about the book is that it has never offended my logic and my sense of how a loving God would operate and organize a universe, and it goes a long way to explaining the very unusual and difficult circumstances we have on our planet here that may encourage people to think that there couldn't possibly be a God. So it has done a lot to support my faithfulness and to make sense of the world that we live in. So, you know, if people aren't interested or don't believe this, that's fine. I understand that I'm kind of a Johnny Appleseed. I just go and I plant seeds, and some grow and some don't grow, and some grow quicker and some grow slower, and it's all fine. I want to say that I really appreciate that we as human beings have a breadth of reaction and response to this type of material. That's natural, and there's no shame no matter where someone is at in terms of how they receive this information. Naturally, many people are hearing about it for the first time when I introduce it, this material to them, and I'm not asking them to trust me. That's why I post all the reports and everything for free online. The website is UBtheNews.com, UBtheNews.com. And so if people are skeptical when I first tell them, that's fine. I just try to deal with everyone as graciously as I can and respect their point of view, and respect the fact that, you know, it's new to them, and what I'm saying is outrageous. I mean, it's really extraordinary. It's easy to say that you know, science and scholarship is catching up to the Urantia book. It's easy to say the sentence, but the implications are quite extraordinary. And naturally, you know, people have a wide variety of reactions to that. That's quite okay.
Well, thanks, Halbert.
You're most welcome. Thank you.